2 years after the first movie shattered Blumhouse's records, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has finally landed in theaters, and the reaction has been anything but quiet. The sequel pulls Mike Schmidt back into the nightmare he thought he'd escaped, only this time, the danger circling his sister Abby feels darker, sharper, and far more unpredictable. The ghosts left behind by William Afton still cling to the ruins of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and even in death, Afton's influence refuses to fade. What makes this sequel hit differently is how deliberately it builds towards something bigger. Scott Cawthon and Emma Tammy crafted the story knowing a third film was on the horizon, and that choice shows. Matthew Lillard's Afton appears only in brief flashes, visions, dreams, distorted memories, almost like the franchise is saving him for a much larger reveal. Lillard himself said it outright. Villains like Voldemort or Darth Vader don't dominate early on. They rise later, when the stakes are at their highest. And that subtle pull toward the future becomes impossible to ignore once the credits roll. The film ends with a chilling glimpse at something fans have been waiting to see. Afton twisted into the monstrous form known as Springtrap. That single moment rewrites expectations for the next chapter and confirms that Afton isn't done tormenting anyone. If anything, he's just getting started. But even with all that hype, the movie didn't escape harsh reviews. Critics came down on it fast, raising real doubts about whether a third film could even happen. Yet the box office told a different story. Opening weekend numbers shot past $56 million, lower than the first movie, yes, but still incredibly strong for a $35 million budget. And that's what matters. Profit, not praise, is what determines whether this universe keeps expanding. Meanwhile, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 leaves several characters dangling in dangerous uncertainty. Vanessa, once one of Mike's closest allies, ends the film under the shadow of possession, her fate twisted by the same darkness her father unleashed. And then there's Michael Afton, her brother, who remains out there somewhere, following a path that could drag him even deeper into his father's legacy. Their stories are far from over, and the movie makes no attempt to hide it. Lillard has already teased what's coming if the trilogy goes forward, a final showdown worthy of the franchise's biggest comparisons. Think Harry Potter versus Voldemort, Luke versus Vader. A hero and a villain forced to collide after years of buried secrets, unfinished violence, and broken lives. That's the moment everything is building toward. But all of it, Springtrap's rise, Vanessa's fate, Michael's unfinished mission, the final confrontation, depends on one thing: whether enough people show up. Lillard said it himself, nothing is guaranteed until the box office speaks. And right now, it looks like audiences want more. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is in theaters now, and every ticket sold pulls the franchise one step closer to the showdown fans have been waiting